Hello guys, welcome back to SportsCorner GH. My name is Adam. I want us to talk about latest updates concerning Ghanaian and Black Star players. And I know this would interest you a lot because I have a lot of good updates concerning our Ghanaian players. But before I jump into it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and also turn on notification. Quickly, let's jump into it. And I want to begin with Abdul Fattah Ishahaku. Over the weekend, if you watch the English Premier League, then you know a lot of Ghanaian players did very well for their club side. But one player who stood out for a lot of people, including me, was Abdul Fattah Ishahaku. Because you see, for Leicester City, they played against Southampton. And they did a comeback and won their EPL game by 3-2. But the player who initiated that comeback was Abdul Fattah Ishahaku. He hit the woodwork and also gave an assist in that game. Now, after the game, his teammate, Connor Cody, has some things to say about Abdul Fattah Ishahaku, and I want you to listen to what he had to say. Let's check it out.
Abdul coming on was absolutely sensational. He's one of the nicest kids you will ever meet in your life. Yeah,
I just want to know what it's like with him, because obviously playing against him last year, you had Steffi on one wing and him on the other, and he stuck out like obviously by a mile. Abdul, I thought, wow. He's only young as well, and he was like 18 last year, was he, or 19?
Yeah, no, he was, yeah. And having him and Steffi Mavadidi, listen, the pair of them are absolute flyers. They get the ball and they direct and they run at you. And for a fullback, and we said yesterday, actually watching the game, in terms of when Abdul come on, you didn't want to be a fullback being against him because he had the bit between his teeth. And it's one of them where, you know, as a player, when you don't play, you have that little bit of a thing anyway, don't you? When I come on, I need to impress and I need to do well. And he certainly had that. He said to me early on in the game, I want to come on early, ear codes. That's what he said to me early on in the game. And I said, I don't mind it, mate. Let's get you on and let's get you. And he was absolutely fantastic. Every time he got it, he was direct against Charlie Taylor. He was running, and they brought Charlie Taylor on. Listen, he's a great fullback for Charlie Taylor. But when Abdul's in that mood and when he's running at you, it's so tough for any fullback.
So, guys, you have heard from Connor Cody and what he had to say about Abdul Fattah Ishahaku and also Mavididi. But then specifically Abdul Fattah Ishahaku, because his performance over the weekend has gone under the carpet, and see, even the likes of his own teammates are singing good songs of Abdul Fattah Ishahaku. He was good on the day. Not only that, Gary had some few things to say about Abdul Fattah Ishahaku, especially with the fact that it got to a time he was not playing. He was on the bench for Leicester City. This is what he had to say. Let's check it out.
What a comeback, what a win. I don't know who picks this running order, but I mean, how Leicester went on first today, I'll never know. The game really changed when Fattah came on. I mean, as a Leicester fan, my kids will follow Leicester as well. Every time we've seen the team sheet now and he's not on it, we all go, oh no, not again. Why is he not playing? This kid is special.
Oh, he's a special talent. There was 2-0 down as well, Gary, when he came off the bench. Play 31 minutes, Gary, and to have more touches in the opposition box. I mean, if Steve doesn't start him next week, I don't think he'll be overly happy, but he's a brilliant talent.
So, guys, you have heard from Gary and what he had to say about Abdul Fattah Ishahaku. And honestly, I don't know what else to say. This player is good for club level, but we are yet to see him bring that form to the Black Stars and also the national team. But obviously, we are, campaigning and also trying to make an argument that Abdul Fattah Ishahaku should start the next game for Leicester City. You and I would agree that he was very important for the club when they were trying to get promoted to the English Premier League. In the Championship, he set the whole tournament and also the Championship ablaze. In the EPL, it was as if he lost his position to another player. In fact, a player who is on loan. Now, people are complaining that, no, Abdul Fattah Ishahaku should start to the next game, looking at this performance. But what do you make of this? Let me know it down below in the comments. Now, moving away from him, let's talk about Antoine Semenyo. Now, Semenyo featured for Bournemouth against Arsenal. He did not score a goal, but then him and his teammates, did very well, won that game by 2-1 and getting all full 3 points against an Arsenal team that is vying for the title. But then after the game, he was asked a question that has to do with his transfers, because we had multiple reports that the likes of Newcastle United, the likes of Arsenal, and also other teams were interested in signing the player Tottenham. And then when he was asked the question, this was his response. He says that he would love to go to any team that plays in the Champions League. And he also added at the last end of his sentence saying that he's an Arsenal fan, because it was after the game against Arsenal. Now, when this report came out, people have started speculating that, see, it looks as if Semenyo is, going in the direction of Arsenal. Arsenal clearly leads at number 9. And Semenyo is one player who can play either on the right wing or play as a number 9. Even in the Black Stars, he plays as a left wing. So, looking at the way he answered the question, Arsenal fans have already started hyping the player. They have started hyping Semenyo. Semenyo so far has 3 goals out of 8 games. And see, this is a player that is playing with Bournemouth. He's already doing so well. Against Arsenal, I was surprised he missed a lot of chances. But then this is a player that is now catching attention from the likes of Arsenal, Tottenham, Newcastle United. And it's very important. But then the player's response is very simple. He says he wants to go to a club that plays in the Champions League. And I mean, I kind of understand him. Sometimes in life, you need to move from A to B. You don't want to move from B to A. You don't want to retrogress. You want to what? Progress. So guys, that is the latest update concerning Antoine Semenyo. Now let's talk about Dede Ayew. My captain, your captain. He has not retired from the national team yet, so we can't say, oh, former captain. No, our captain. Now we all know he has signed for Le Havre, a team he played last season. Now this season, he made his debut just over the weekend against Lyon. Yes, they lost the game, but my Capito was in the match. He played very well. I want to show you his statistics in that game. Let me do that very quick. So Ayew was introduced in the 66th minute. So he played only 24 minutes in that game. In that game, he had 1 shot off target. He had a total touch of 10. Accurate passes completed was 6 out of 7, accumulating to 86%. If you take a look at the other statistics, they are not that much. He was rated 6.5. This was a game they were playing against Lyon, and Lyon dominated. At the end of the day, Lyon won by 4-0. And on the other hand, Enes Nyama featured for Lyon. But then the fact that we are talking about Ayew, who has not played competitive game for a very long time, in fact, after he became a free agent, I mean, this is huge for him. He needs to perform very well, and I know the argument is still there whether Ayew should come back to the Black Stars or not. I mean, the argument is never going to cease. But one thing I'm excited about is that our captain is back. The landlord is back playing for his club. And it's not like he's playing in Saudi Arabia or Dubai anywhere. He's playing in a very competitive league. He's playing in the French Ligue 1, which is very competitive this season. So, to me, Ayew, he's one player that I'm looking forward to and what he's going to do by the end of like the season. I want to see how the rest of the season goes with Ayew still with Le Havre, what he has to add to the team, what his experience can, do to the team, because the team has been losing. In fact, check the team's last 5 games, they have lost. So Ayew coming, I believe things are going to change. So guys, that is the update concerning Dede Ayew. Lastly, let's talk about Thomas Partey. Over the weekend, Thomas Partey featured for Arsenal against Bournemouth. It didn't go well for Arsenal. But then saying Thomas Partey was still in the news when it comes to transfer, because what we hear is that the only team currently in the driver's seat is Barcelona. Yes, what we are hearing currently is that Barcelona are the only team currently in the driving seat. If in case Arsenal do not renew Thomas Partey's contract, because we all know at the end of the season, Thomas Partey would be a free agent, and Barcelona, with their issues financially, they will have to take Thomas Partey as a free agent, and also the kind of experience he has. He has played in the La Liga before, so there's experience. He has played at the top level, Champions League. There's experience. He has played with Arsenal, EPL. There's experience. This is a player who has played at the highest level. So definitely, there's an experience Thomas Partey brings into the Barcelona setup with a lot of young players. The Barcelona setup is full of young players. So when Thomas Partey is in there, definitely he's going to add his experience. And we all know the struggle Barcelona are facing, especially in their midfield. Now, yes, Gavi is back, Pedri is back. Most of us are excited, but then adding Thomas Partey to that crop of players is going to be diabolical. It's going to be something else. We are going to hype Thomas Partey and all those things. But Thomas Partey, we are still not forgetting the fact that he did not report to the Black Stars when we needed you the most. But then there's still 2 more games to play in November, which I don't even believe would really matter. But then Thomas Partey, please, we beg. If there's some sort of explanation or something, just give it to Ghanaians so that Ghanaians will forget. We will lose like Ghanaians are still harboring the team within them. Then Thomas Partey is supposed to come and captain say. So he needs to make a statement so that everything would, cut off. But guys, this is the update I have for you concerning these 4 Ghanaian players, Abdul Fattah Shahaku, and what his teammate had to say about him. Antoine Semenyo, you know, giving a hint that, I mean, if he gets Arsenal, he will go, because he says he has been a fan of Arsenal since he was a kid. Andre Dede Ayew making his debut for Le Havre in the French Liga against Lyon, where they lost by 4-0. And lastly, Thomas Partey to Barcelona. That link has become stronger than before. So guys, this is where I end today's video. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.